So everyone always asks me, how the hell do I do it? How do I travel Mexico and really not fear of anything happening to myself? Well, I'll tell you this. Those stories you hear on the news are very, very, very real. But the way I cope with it and continue to travel throughout Mexico, those kind of things can happen anywhere in the world, especially, in the United States. So, me coming from the United States, it's like, what else can you fear of? So, going through Mexico, especially the biggest scare is los narcotraficantes in Culiacan, Sinaloa. The biggest drug dealers are in Mexico, and their acts of killing people are horrific. They don't just shoot people, but they actually torture you or whatnot. Those are just the horror stories. But it's like you'll get those kind of situations anywhere in the world. So yes, I have been to the biggest cartel city in Mexico. I've been to Culiacan, Sinaloa. I've been to Juarez. And at a certain point in time, Juarez was known, or it was ranked the second most dangerous city in Mexico. It was to a point where you couldn't even leave the house at a certain hour at nighttime unless you'll either be kidnapped or you'll be held up as ransom or whatnot. That's how serious it was back in the days or whatnot. But of course, things always change. But I really keep that one eye open. So what I mean by that is that I'm just always caution anywhere I go. But at the same time, I really don't let fear get to me like that. So again, I can give you perfect examples. When I was in Culiacan, and the locals, when they were telling me these stories, damn, they are very real. And it's like they're so real and they're so powerful. The government doesn't even have control. The government itself is scared as hell. So me, I just remain humble. I try to do my best to respect the people, and pretty much let them feel that I'm pretty much just as equal to them as they are to me or whatnot. I never try to make them feel that I'm better than them just because I'm American, or I hold myself on a pedestal above them just because of my nationality of being American. But in Juarez, I'm gonna let you guys know one thing. In Juarez, there's this game. I forget what's the exact name of the game, but as I was traveling through Juarez, which is right on the border of Texas, El Paso, Texas, or El Paso, Texas, if you stop at a red light in the middle of the night, or let's just say, for example, at 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., and a car pulls up behind you, and once the light turns green, if you go, and if you're behind the car, let's say, for example, if there's one car in front of you and you're behind it and the light turns green, and if you begin to honk at this car in front of you, and the car, of course, has the drug-related people in it, or los narcotraficantes, the drug dealers or whatnot, pretty much they will literally get out their car and shoot you, just for honking at them. That's part of the game. But if you decide to patiently wait for a certain amount of time, then they will still get out their car, and they'll actually give you $1,000 or more, just because it was some kind of game. They had money to just blow like that, and to just give out like that just because they had that kind of money or whatnot. But yeah, but that game was real, but it doesn't exist today, at least what I've seen out there in Juarez. But I asked one of my friends out here in Tijuana if that game exists out here in Tijuana or if it's nationwide. And it's funny because he started laughing and he said, yeah, that game is very real. And it did exist once upon a time here in Tijuana. And I was like, God damn, whew, good thing that I'm not part of that, or at least I'm aware of it. So even though it is a horror story, now I'm still very aware. If I do decide to drive, and if it's a red light and I'm behind a car and there's no witnesses around at that traffic light, most likely I'm going to just patiently wait, or I don't know the rules if you go around the car and go, but don't honk at any car in front of you. I mean, that's just respect anyway. I mean, just patiently wait. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much of a rush you're in or whatnot. But that's just one of the names of the games out there in Juarez that a person had taught me, or now that I'm aware of or whatnot. But again, I travel throughout these dangerous cities, but it's like, who cares? Don't live your life in fear. I mean, you're limiting yourself. Let's say, for example, if you were so scared, just don't leave the house. And people can die of natural causes anyway, even when you're within your house. So it's just like, especially when you're traveling, you have to make the best out of your life. That's the way I see it. But I try to find the good rather than the news and the media, how it portrays and generalizes the whole entire city, or at least it gives the idea to the audience that's watching the news that the whole entire city or the whole entire population takes a stand for. It's like a one for all. It's like all for one, one for all. If you take a few drug dealers that has done something bad within that city or in that group, they'll become generalized. But I guess that just comes with being part of humans. It's a human nature. We like to protect ourselves when it comes to high possibilities. If there's a high number of people in a certain area that are related to drugs, most likely you're going to tell yourself, well, even though everybody in that area is not related to drugs, but there's a high possibility that something might happen, just because the possibility is very, very high. So you're going to tell yourself, let me not go into that particular area or not. But at the same exact time, you might take that risk of the low possibility of those people not related to drugs or whatnot. So yeah, people are asking like, damn, how the hell do you go through these cities in Mexico and not fear? And man, you have balls and this and that. At the end of the day, I'm always trying to bring out the positivity and the good looks of anywhere I go. That's kind of like a challenge for me. So it wouldn't matter if I was in the Dominican Republic or if I was in Puerto Rico or Cuba. There's dangers everywhere, especially in the United States. I mean, you can easily turn on the news and people are getting killed every single day as we speak, so that's just how I look at it. So I hope I don't overload you guys with how being out here in Mexico and going through different cities, the most dangerous so-called cities the news portrays on TV are. But if you got any questions, let me know. I'll do my best to get to you guys. I always have tons of notifications with questions and responses and things like that or whatnot. So bear with me. I'll do my best to get back to you guys or whatnot. But thumbs up if you like this video. I hope you guys learned something new. I'll always try to keep you guys updated or whatnot. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any opinions and thoughts on this video, and I'll try to keep you guys on your feet out here. Sale pues, negrito grande.